Well, here we
What's
are
up,
again.
everybody?
Hey, everyone. How you
Howdy,
doing?
howdy.
Okay.
It's
another
tough to
one.
remember to hit that mute button to unmute.
Yeah.
Well, we're live again. It's another Saturday night, and we're just happy that you all could join us tonight. We appreciate that very much. Tonight, we've got a couple of projects that we're making. Not all of them made it into the zip file. Patrick will tell you about that when it's his turn to talk. But we do have the zip package with Jeremy's file and my file right down below the video. If you click on ... more, you'll see it right there, the download. Also, if you're watching from lasermakersrealm.com, it's already down below the video that's playing there. So if you'd like to follow along with us tonight, go ahead and download that package now while we're getting started. And you can follow along with us and make the same thing that we do. So tonight I am making a clock, and I'll show you that to you. I have gone ahead and pre-painted. I didn't have my pre-painted wood here in the shop, so I've pre-painted 2 layers of wood, one red, one white, and I'm making a Valentine clock tonight. And I'll show you that really quickly. Let's see. There we go. So this is my Valentine clock. I made this in 2017 in Corel Draw. This is one of the CDR files that I converted to an SVG for Lightburn. And the only thing that I did differently here was I had to change the date here. And I actually made these in 2017, 2018, 2019 when I was selling on Facebook Marketplace. I sold these clocks for $39 a piece, and I sold an awful lot of them. So this is the only thing that I've changed right here, which is the font, because I no longer have that font from the original file. So I used a Hollywood font on this, and this font is embedded in the file. So if you download this and it says font not found, don't worry about it because it's already there. So this is the file that I'm going to be doing tonight. It's 2 layers, red and white. And let's see. I think that's about it for me anyway. let me come back to the main screen here. And Patrick worked all week, so the original plan was that he was going to just follow the comments tonight, but he did throw together a quick file, I think, right, Patrick, for tonight?
I did.
Okay,
Let me
that
show
is
you.
not in the zip package, but that is in the description of the Laser Makers Realm live video. Is that right, Patrick?
Yeah, it's in mine,
It's in mine too.
Light Source, Jeremy's, and Laser Maker's Realm right now, and then you'll
Yeah,
add
I
it
haven't
after
had
the stream's
time
over.
to get it up yet, but I will change it. In fact, I'm going
Yeah.
to, after the live stream, I'll change the zip package download and include it in there. Patrick, what are you doing tonight?
Well, I'm at the tail end of working 6 out of 7 days. So by the time I get home from working a 10-hour shift, I really don't feel like doing much of anything but going to bed. So what I have, Rich was kind enough to send me some pieces for some frames and with some corners. So I just made some simple 5x7
Oh, nice.
frames and have the corner pieces here. These will engrave, and then you've got your inner cut layer and outer cut layer there. So you can cut out the second layer of frame, and then here's the back.
Nice.
So you can just cut those out, but pretty simple. I did want to share one thing that I made last week that I was pretty proud of. If you didn't see my video, this is an aluminum urn, and this is actually, I made it for my grandmother's ashes. So I was very honored to be able to do this, and I thought it turned out great, so I thought I would share a picture with you guys.
It looks
As you
beautiful.
can see, but that's on aluminum, and I ran a setting that turned it dark, gave it some dark color, so the contrast looked nice. And she liked cardinals, so I did a cardinal and a rose.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Jeremy, what are you doing tonight?
Well, I have a round project as well. Rich and I didn't talk, and we both doing a round one. Mine's not a clock though. Mine is a door hanger for St. Patty's Day, and it says and I put Rich on the bottom. I'm going to send this to you, Rich.
I was guessing that you probably were.
So yeah, I'm making another one for my pastor tonight. I got his name on there. I'm just going to engrave that. This one is all inlaid. The letters are all cut out, stained black, and inlaid back in with the little individual pieces like an R, and inside all these little letters. I had to cut them all back out into the gold and then place them back inside. So
Nice.
it was an involved project.
Very nice. I can't wait to get that one.
That looks cool, Jerry. Like it.
So,
Thank you.
one thing I did want to mention, if you just hold off on the comments, you guys can chat all you want in the comments, but hold off on any questions that you have for us for just a little bit until we actually get started, get our projects working. I don't know, Patrick, are you doing anything tonight? Can you monitor?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cut those frames out.
Okay,
This
so
will be the
wait
first
till
time doing them.
Yeah, so
We'll
wait,
see
if
how
you
it
have
goes.
any questions or anything, wait till we get to the comment section of the live stream, and but you can go ahead and chat all you want in the comments. So I guess we should all just get started. What do you think?
Sounds good to me.
If you guys have anything else to say, I'm going to go ahead and set up on the Lasermatic. I have the Lasermatic 20, and I've got my wood painted, and I'm going to go ahead and get that set up and run this first job.
I also want to point out one thing, that before the stream, we have our little pre-stream meeting. And I just thought I would do something as a joke on these guys, and nobody's commented on it yet. I don't know if anybody else notices.
I haven't really been looking at the background. What are you pointing at?
Oh, I see it now.
Hey, Ocean.
No.
Houghton.
No.
Houtian. I don't see it.
You don't see it. It's
Nah.
right there. No. Right there. Right there.
My mouse is on. Just look at where my mouse is on.
What is it?
Nobody can see it anyway.
What
No,
is
honestly, I didn't notice it because I was busy.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't know what it is.
My name.
Okay. I don't get it, but okay.
It's not there. He's got like a half red pill.
It's not showed up.
No, I don't see it.
I don't. There's like a little black bar with a red tip on it.
Yes. Looks like
okay.
a laser beam.
Oh, you must not have the name showing up. It's showing up for me, like I can see it, but it must not be showing up on stream.
Oh, let me see. Oh, you didn't. Somehow your name got taken out.
Mine's here. Rich's is there. Yours is gone.
Oh, well, geez. That's terrible.
After all that.
After all that, yep.
I was going to say he's starting to become red pill.
I say I can see it on mine. Let's see. I know what I'll do.
I just want to have a shout out to Paul. He's here from down by Detroit. I saw your name in there, so appreciate you stopping by tonight. It's kind of fun last couple of days goofing around designing some stuff with Paul.
See, it's no fun that you guys weren't able to see that. Because that's what I see.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not showing up.
Yeah, that's why I put in there and like, nobody's commented. That's terrible. I guess the joke's on me.
Remain nameless.
The joke's on me. All right, let me turn the Lasermatic on. I can get started on this.
Excuse me. Oh, I got to turn on my fume extraction. I hope that doesn't. If that's too loud, let me know and I'll mute my mic.
trying to figure out what color I want to put the backer on this thing. I think I'm just going to glue some paper to it. I don't really feel like smelling paint fumes tonight.
I did put a video up on the drop down mod for the Lasermatic XW. So I'm looking forward to doing a rotary video within, see, I'm off a few days this week, so hopefully get it done this week.
Yeah, my mod's not working out. I think we're just going to have to do the original version of what I was working on, Patrick, and put the longer screws in to hold it completely and like pinch it. I think it's just going to be too weak.
Hey, Tripod, what's going on? I meant to comment on your video the other day that you released, and I totally forgot to.
Well, I guess all right, I know what to do. I forgot to frame.
All right, let's see. Roger, hey, I saw you in the comments. Hope you're doing all right. It's been a crazy couple of weeks. 3 weeks. Let's see. I did see one question. No, these are not the new Rolly machines. The Galvamatic will be released, pre-order, and unveiled on March 27th. Which we need to put a link in the comments here.
For what?
For the Lasermatic giveaway.
Oh.
Or the Galvamatic giveaway. So if you want to win one of the new Galvamatics, you can enter by going to the link that I'm going to post in the comments in just a moment. Is that fine?
Oh, boy,
It's
oh
hot.
boy. If you guys are wondering why I keep switching back and forth, it's because I can't see my camera on my screen. I can't see my light burn. It's on a really small screen, so I have to switch back and forth. But anyway, I finally got that job started. This is the top layer.
And if you happen to miss the live stream that we did talking about the unveiling of the Galvamatic, on March 27th, we will be doing a second Galvamatic live stream, but this one will be showing off at that point, there'll be the beta versions. And that'll be live from Rich's studio. And if you are watching that live stream, you will have a chance to win a Galvamatic.
Absolutely.
Because we're going to give away one Galvamatic to one person in the live stream who's watching. So you have to be watching. You have to be present to win.
Yep. So we've got
mark your calendars.
We've got the one giveaway that's going on right now. And then we're going to have one live from my shop.
So we are giving away 2 lasers in one night. One entries will be pulled from the link that I just posted in chat, and the second will be posted where we will be pulled from those watching and commenting. Because I'm sure we'll have some sort of hashtag phrase that you need to enter in order to enter to win. So thanks, Jack, for that comment. Jack Kennedy. Let's see. I was just going to move back up through the comments and see if there's anything interesting. Pop is saying smash the like button on all 4 channels. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Kevin says he already won it.
Yeah, I saw that.
I would have said it, but I don't think they shipped a Timbuk 6.5. I don't think there's an address up here.
Well, Jeremy, you are part of the Laser Makers Realm, so
Yeah, I never even bothered.
yes, Pop. It's March 27th. The actual link for the live stream will be going up this week.
Drake,
Okay,
thank you.
Am I going
She
crazy,
shared the
or
link
did
on
you guys
multiple-
announce it? Oh, sorry, Patrick. Go ahead.
That's all right. Drake shared the link on multiple laser social media pages. We appreciate that, Drake. Everyone else, you could do that as well if you so choose.
Yeah, Guy, I don't get the flash burns online because I have my laser dialed in. So this library is dialed in for a perfect cut. And if you have your settings right, you won't get the flashback on the other side. Basically just want to, and I did check the back of this wood, so to make sure that there were no plugs in it and that it was nice and smooth and things like that. If you have the right piece of wood, it's going to cut all the way through, and I'm cutting all the way through at the lowest setting right now.
Andrew from New Zealand, howdy. Daryl from Australia, good day, mate.
Marcella says it's so bummed that can't make it to the Galvo event. Hope whoever is picked has a great, awesome time. God bless. For those of you that submitted to be possibly picked from the pool of entries to be in the live studio audience that night, the email notification from Rich has went out. Check your spam if you have, just to make sure, and of course your inbox, but be sure and check your spam just in case it went there. I don't know if everybody's responded to you yet or not, Rich, but I thought I'd throw that out there.
Yep. And John, no, this is pretty much USA, Canada, EU, England, Australia. The raffle is for pretty much everywhere in the world. Well, not everywhere in the world, but Andy is saying that he made a couple of my Valentine's Day clocks from last year, and thank you, Andy. They were a big hit. These are different this year, so keep an eye out for these. Drake.
Thank you, Drake.
Thank you, Drake.
Thank
Appreciate
you so much,
that.
Drake. Larry's saying, I saw that you moved your image to the top right I moved it to the top left. And there is no overscanning on cutting, Larry. So you don't have to worry about that. Thank you so much for that donation, Drake. All of the donations go to Patrick and Jeremy so that they can buy supplies so that we can make these live streams. So anything you can donate is much appreciated, whether it's $1 or $100. It all helps us to buy these supplies and keep making these and keep doing these live streams. Thank you for that.
Yes, very much appreciated.
Hi to S. Michael, a fellow West Virginian, in the comments. There's
yes,
somebody
Greg. Too. It's going to be held at my studio, which is about 7 miles from here. And we're going to have a live studio audience. That the live stream that I did last week, we announced it with the form to enter, but that that's now over because we filled up all the seats in like the first 10 minutes of the live stream. So we already have the studio audience members. And it looks like my cuts are doing well, even though that's spray painted. That's good to see. Everything looks like it's dropping out.
I'm going to flip back over to my Lightburn screen. Folks, I forgot to change my fill settings to offset fill, because if these were done in offset fill, they'd have probably been getting close to done by now. So I think what I'm going to do is, once it finishes this bottom one, stop it and then run the top one in offset fill.
Landis, I'm using a 16-inch by 16-inch, and Patrick is using a 16-inch by 24-inch. So I'm using the Mark II.
16 by 16 here.
Yep. Jeremy's using the Mark II. I'm using the Mark II, and Patrick is the special one with the XW. John, thank you so much for that. Much appreciated.
Thank you, John. Appreciate that.
Sharon, if you copy and paste it into the browser, it'll probably work. I don't know. The Patrick's link I just copy and pasted from a chat, so I don't know if it's an actual live link, but if you just copy and paste it into a browser, it'll probably go. If not, go to the Laser Maker's Realm and get it from there, because it's all in there too.
Rich, Greg's asking if he can watch from the outside looking in the window since it's full.
Okay, let me just click on that.
Well, yeah. You know, in the New Testament, they tore holes in the roof and lowered people down on baskets.
That's funny. My big logo is in the outside window, or else I would say yes. Okay, we're really not in the Q&A right now. That's why your question got probably missed, Dwight. But where can I learn to adjust an image for Norton White tile or grayscale? The just image, I do it in Lightburn.
I don't use any of that stuff.
Yeah, with images, I just click on them and right click and click adjust image. Kenny says, Kenny, the live stream is 327, not 328.
327, yep.
I was going to say, no, the 328 one will not.
Yes, and you are supposed to be there, Kenny, and yes, we will be showing the studio audience.
Yes, Kenny, do not get the date wrong, because you are planning on going.
Yes, we have 300 entries so far. We only were picking 12 studio audience members. So it's already filled up. And we've got a bunch of people on the waiting list. Harold, I don't know how you missed it, but had that live stream last week. And maybe you don't have the bell notification set on my channel. Dwight, you have to be more specific with that question. How to adjust levels? I'm not sure what that means.
Probably talking like contrast and gamma and all that stuff to get your tones and stuff right. I'm guessing. I do all that in Lightburn too.
Yeah, John, we're gonna have the entire life cycle of Lasermatic there. So we'll have the Lasermatic 10, the Mark II, the XW, and the Galvamatic. So we're gonna have all of them on display, and we're gonna be running the Galvamatic. I do have a good smoke extraction there. So
I'm even going to have a bunch of jokes prepared, and we're going to have a laugh track in case the studio audience doesn't cooperate and laugh at all my jokes.
Dwight, you got to burn one and see if you like it.
I am actually going to look at that list right now.
Oh, that's cool. Renita says, not sure which group I saw the link in. Just scrolling along. Cool noob. Anything we're doing is new for her, and appreciate the live tutorial.
Cool. Welcome.
So I was looking at Harold's comment, and Harold, your name is not in the live stream audience. Sorry.
Dwight, message me on Facebook, and I'll try to see what happened. Maybe I can give you some settings or something that helped me out. I don't know what you're working on, so it's kind of hard to tell you unless we figure out what you're working on.
Kenny, you can bring the doggy bag, but I have a pretty good feeling that it'll all be et by the time we get to the end. So my wife makes the best gumbo on the planet. Jeremy, I think you had her gumbo, didn't you?
I did. Very, very, very good. Very good.
Sharon, what link are you having a problem with? I missed that.
I don't know if it's in mine or what. I copied and pasted everything that was sent and put it in mine. So somebody else said that they were having browser issues with it too.
If you have a problem downloading the files, right-click on the link instead and choose Save Link As. Some people have problems when they just click the link. Entries for the giveaway are done online, so there's one raffle that's running right now, and there's another raffle that will be held on the night of the live stream. I'm going to put that link in the comments if you want to enter the raffle that's running right now.
It's turning out pretty good there, Patrick.
Yeah, not too bad. I'm going to stop it in between and then go to offset fill for the second one. And
I have a lot of cuts on mine, so it's taking a little longer.
Yeah, I had 17 minutes of cuts on this one too. It's got 3 minutes left. It's almost done.
His marquee message is always reflecting on the laser. I was trying to see if you can read it upside down and backwards. Follow the link and you'll be able to see how many entries there are. Let's see. So far there are 9,692. There'll probably be about 50,000 entries by the time the contest.
So this offset fill is going to be running about as fast as it can possibly go.
That's the good thing about offset fill.
It's done a pretty good job moving that big gantry.
I do a lot of projects in offset fill, and I lower the LPI really low, like well under 100, and you get some really fantastic results. Kenny says the only thing I do not have reserved for March is my flight back home. Well,
he might be staying with you for a while, Rich.
There's always the old thumb, Kenny.
Yeah, or get an Uber. Dwight, it's HTL Customs on Facebook.
Thank you, Mr. Hubert. You know, down here in Louisiana, Jeremy, your name is pronounced Bear.
It was different than it is now because when my grandfather came over from Germany, there was too many Hubers, and then nobody was getting their mail, all the mail, so he put a T on the end of it.
I can remember my grandparents' neighborhood in Brooklyn, and the entire street. My grandfather built the walk-ups on the entire street, and the entire street, everyone there was named Ferrone. So the mailman had a time with that mail, I can tell you that. Drake, thank you so much for that. Much appreciated. There'll be more people doing the Trump dance. Yeah, and the city is dressed up. Let me tell you
Yeah.
uh, for the Super Bowl. St. Louis Cathedral is animated in LED arrays, and it's amazing. It's really amazing. They've cleaned up the street. My son's been going nuts for the last couple of months because they've been laying all the fiber, which is pretty amazing. They have one truck that breaks the street and digs the hole, and then another truck comes right behind it and lays the fiber cable, and then another truck comes behind that and refills it and patches the street. So they've laid miles and miles. I think it's a couple of 100 miles of fiber just for the Super Bowl this year, and they've cleaned up the city, which is nice.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Laying all that cable.
I don't care which
John,
team it is.
yeah.
That's pretty funny, John.
I'm in a predicament. I'm a Steeler fan, so Philadelphia is the in-state rival, but I kind of want to see Philadelphia win.
Jimbo, thank you so much for that donation. We really appreciate it. Again, all of these donations go to the guys so that they can buy supplies, so that we can can keep bringing these live streams to you every 2 weeks. Thank you so much, Jimbo.
Thank you, Jimbo. Appreciate it.
And Jimbo, I'll get to work on that image right now.
It looks like I'm getting pretty close there. I think this file on the 20 watt, and I'm going a little slower on the cut because I painted the wood, but I think this file takes, I'm trying to remember what the preview said, like 17 minutes, something like that. John says,
what I like to do is
John
just
says he doesn't want to see the Eagles, KC win again, so maybe they can both lose. I think I'm on the final cut right now. Yeah, I am, the big circle.
All right, Jimbo, this is pretty impressive. Let me pull it up here on the screen.
Whoa.
There's your Shiba dog in a samurai uniform holding a golden trophy.
What is it? You do a graphic for every donation? Is that it?
Yeah, that's what I did last couple streams.
Yeah.
The donation has a image they would like to see, then try to make it on the spot for them.
Okay.
I don't think I have enough time to turn it. You can send it to me.
Email me sales@lightsource.pro and just put Shiba Dog in the title, and I'll send the image to you.
There you go.
Dan says he's rooting for the referees this year. Oh, look, I'm about ready here. I can switch out my first layer for my second. Oh no, I should have done the second layer first.
There's smoky in here.
Yeah, I should have done the second layer first. This way I could leave all the pieces on here. Oh well. Oh, I really hope everything works out with this tonight.
I forgot to turn my exhaust on that last cut.
I'm going to leave some of these
Getting a little
pieces out
smoky
for a moment.
Yeah, a smidge.
I guess I'll use this to clean it up. Yeah, this is why I should have left that. I should have done the second layer first. All these pieces. And I haven't run this file since 2019, I think. And I did have to convert it to a light burn file. So everybody keep their fingers crossed that it still works.
Well, I rushed to put that together, and for some reason, my second layer, which should have been a line, was marked as a fill, so it screwed up that engraving. So we'll flip it over and try again.
And if you guys are wondering why I had to move the clock instead of just hitting start without any framing, it's because this honeycomb is not the one that came with the Lasermatic. So because of that, it doesn't fit properly, and that's why I had to do that. So let me get this job started, and then I'll go and get those other pieces out.
All right, now I think I have everything correct. Yeah, that looks good. It won't take very long.
Okay, well, let that thing sit. Let the glue settle.
Jimbo, shoot me an email, sales@lightsource.pro, or anybody else. If you want that image, I will reply back and attach the email, or attach the image to the email.
All right, while that file is running, I'm going to switch over to this other camera and get started on cleaning this one up. And that's about the extent of the cleanup right there, just banging on the table. A couple of other little pieces that didn't come out, but there we go. There's the whole file. That's the first layer. So now I know in Lightburn you really can't see this very well, but let me see. I guess I can do it this way too. With the white background, this looks really good. There's a little reflection on that. So you can see what the final product is going to look like.
Somebody's asking what kind of paint. Did you guys answer that paint question?
I didn't see it.
All right, Gene.
I did not.
I just use spray paint. Got a blue, got a little gold, got a little glitter in a can.
I ran out of my graffiti paint for the white, so I mean for the red, so I had to use regular spray paint. I spray painted it 2 days ago, and it's still kind of tacky. But with the graffiti paint, in 10 minutes it's ready to run. So I buy them from Bombing Science, bombingscience.com, and if you get, I think it's like $75 or more. They're cheaper than the big box stores to begin with, first off. So most of my graffiti paints are like $4, $4.50 a can. And when you get up to $75, you get the free shipping. So it makes it really reasonable, and these graffiti paints dry very quickly. I would say like 5 minutes. I give it 10 when I use those. But like the red one that I did, it's still tacky from 2 days ago.
Yeah, I just spray painted this one metallic blue just a few minutes ago. Set it over by my heater, and it was ready to burn.
All right, the other layer is finished. And I can turn it. Oh, Lord, that thing is so noisy. but I'm not really one to complain about noise.
Huh, I never thought about doing that to the vacuum to save the little pieces. I always clean my underneath that out. That way I know whatever I cut out that I need is in there and I just pick it out. But that's a good idea. I'm gonna try that.
What's that?
Jay says he puts a sock in the end of his vacuum to save all the little pieces that he needs.
Oh, yeah, that is a good idea. So there is the 2 parts of the file. I'm going to actually make the clock. So keep an eye on the comments.
What time is it?
I have my back to the screen.
It's time to make the clock.
Time to make the clock.
That sucks, Sharon. I hope you figure out what's going on with it.
It should have been fixed with all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
What happened? Keep me in the loop here. I can't see.
Sharon's having a lot of problems with her laser.
Uh-oh.
She's saying that she was excited thinking her Mark II would be fixed and has replaced the motherboard, air pump control board, and gantry, and it's still not fixed.
I can't imagine why it's not fixed because that's pretty much the whole machine.
Yeah, that's about everything.
What is the problem with it?
Let's see. Well, I'll wait for her to reply for that one.
Yeah. It don't work. That's what the problem is.
I'm not going to put too much glue on here because it really doesn't need it.
Gregory, I do have I think these are from Hobby Lobby. Ooh, they're called color wash tint. I think they were like $2 a little bottle. And I've barely touched them, and this stuff goes a long ways. So that's what I did.
I ordered in a tie-dye kit, and I want to see if the tie-dye collars with a brush will make a nice dye stain on the wood.
Yep. So the black lettering is, what is that stuff called? French roast coffee. So that's the black, because I knew spray paint just blows these little things all over the place. So I got these to do the little stuff with. Works good. And then the green paint's just a spray can.
All right, so I am seeing that my outer layer, my bottom layer, is not perfect.
Black velvet. Sorry, it wasn't the coffee one. It was black velvet.
Yeah, Rit dye works too.
Yep.
Right. I was getting ready to say I can't find folk art dye. Most of the colors are out of stock on Amazon. So I was going to pick up some Rit dye and throw that in the video as well. But the variety of colors you can get in a tie-dye kit, if it works, that's really cheap to have some wood dye and a wide variation in color.
Okay. So my extension, my mechanism is not long enough to fit through here. Oh, this is one of my mechanisms for the 3mm. Let me go see if I have another one, if I can find them. I should have checked this.
All right, so that offset fill has already completed on both of those frames. So it's got both of them done in just a fraction of the time that it took to get that first one done on the other side.
That's not the one I wanted. As soon as I went to click on it, 4 more showed up. This one. Jerry, what are you talking about? The one in the back of the Lasermatic Or are you talking about the external one that most of us run out the wall?
I bet he's talking
Because
about the built-in. That one, it's going to run all the time.
yeah, this one I have a remote that's 15-foot cord that runs all the way over here. I just mounted it here so I can turn it on and off right here, so I don't have to go chase it. I love that thing.
Okay, so I'm going to have to change my file because, like I said, this file is from 2017, and there's a couple things that I missed in this.
Sharon said it's homing to the right front corner, stutters badly, and makes a horrible noise.
Right front corner.
Did you set it in your settings to home there, or is it? That doesn't seem right.
Did you use the LB set file that came to add the laser to Lightburn?
I wonder if the stepper motor's turning the wrong way.
It's not going to be a limit switch.
Yeah, Jack, maple veneers and woods will take stain different than the Baltic birch, very much so. It's a harder.
Jerry, what machine is so loud? Try using my air scrubber, and you'll know what loud is. It's definitely not a bad limit switch because it's homing to the wrong place. So I see a couple people who
It
said
sounds
that
to me
already.
like a stepper motor issue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the problem that I just realized, I'm going to update the file later, is when I was doing these years ago, I had a 20 millimeter collar on here, so it would fit through both layers. This one is not fitting through both layers, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to amend the file, so wait till tomorrow, and I'm going to have this cutout around the back of this so that this fits all the way in to the front side, and then it'll be perfect. So that's something I didn't do. I didn't test this file before the live stream. So another thing that I noticed is also that my outer circle is not perfect. See it sticking out right there on the side? On one side, on two sides,
Yeah.
it sticks out. It's sort of more of an oval than a circle. So I'll fix both of those, and I'm going to make this one work. I'm just going to use my little buzz and cut out the square on the back of this one. I'll make this one work so that it's usable. But this is what the final clock looks like. And there, up at 12.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
So I will fix this file tonight after the live stream. I'll put the cutout in the back of the base so that the whole mechanism fits through. And these are standard mechanisms. And I'll make sure that that circle is perfect. That's what happens when you import CDR files without testing them. I just imported this file yesterday into Lightburn and changed it to an SVG, and sometimes it is off a little bit. I should have tested it, but anyway, it is what it is. I will fix that, and it'll be the same. There'll be an R on the end of the file, so
Yeah, put me up full screen a minute there, Rich, please.
I don't like to do that, but
Mario. Do you see that the blue light right there on the power box for the Lasermatic there? If that's not on, you don't have power. Check that first, see if that's working. Sometimes they just get a bad one.
yeah, well, all electronics have about a 1% failure rate, so. But I want to get back to Sharon's issue. can't even see it here. Sharon, shoot me an email, and I'll. No one can figure out why. Dimitri and Leo thought it might have been the motherboard after the gantry didn't work. I'm waiting to hear what's next. Yeah, Sharon, shoot me an email, and I'll get back to you tomorrow or the next day, and we'll set up a remote session where I can log in and check the firmware and the settings.
Let me know when you do that. I think I might want to set in and see what's going on there.
I can't. You can't sit into the remote session. It's one-on-one. I actually log into the computer. There's no way to invite you in. Okay, so let's stick with the Q&A for now.
If you have questions, put question marks in front of them so we don't miss them.
So we can find them easier. Hey, my screen changed.
Yeah, actually, we'll just stick with this for now.
Yeah, I've got it on full screen with the chat going on the left over here, so I'm good.
Let's see. I don't know how to put the chat on the left. Oh, I see. Just hit that little. Yeah, there we go. Jack says he must be getting 1% most of the bad stuff. That's funny. Greg, that's actually absolutely correct. It's a Valentine clock. Valentine project. Jimbo, if you just follow the instruction book that came with it, you won't have any problem setting it up.
Yeah, head to my channel or Rich's channel because we have unboxing videos where we unbox them and set them up.
Yeah, no V. Remove the inline fan. I did a test on my channel. If you go there and go to my channel and search for fan, you can see it for yourself. There's a huge difference in the suction. Leaving that in there will defeat the purpose of the inline fan. Jack, that was last week during the live stream last week. Yep, that's what I just said. This was a CDR file, so I didn't run a test on it before the live stream, but I'll fix that. Look under the live stream tomorrow, and the link will be updated where I'll have the cutout for the clock mechanism, and it'll be a perfect circle for the bottom layer.
Daryl, a galvo laser that can cut acrylic, you're going to be limited to a CO2 galvo.
Yeah.
I'll wait. When you're ready, mine's done. I can show it. I don't have any clear coat on it, but it's good.
Okay. We're ready. Go ahead.
So this is we'll put the blue behind it. I think it looks pretty good. It's not green for the shamrock, but you know, you gotta do a different color.
Okay, as long as that doesn't say rich on it. I want the green one.
Not that one.
V, send that email to the LAHobbyGuy@gmail.com, okay? So John's saying that they absolutely, yeah, exactly. I did actually a test with a, what do you call that meter?
Anemometer.
Anemometer, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like almost double the amount of suction once I removed the fan. Jack, we didn't draw names for it. We had a link during the live stream, and the first 12 people that signed up were picked. So there's no favoritism or anything like that. We just picked the first 12 names, and then we've got about 30 more that are, I guess, secondary backups. On the Lasermatic, the standard air pump is all you need for cutting.
Yep, that's what I use.
I do have a California Air Tools right down there compressor, but that's for the CO2 next door. Yes, Chuck, Patrick does have a file this week. It's under the video in the Lasermakers Realm YouTube channel, as well as Patrick's channel and I think Jeremy's channel.
Mm-hmm. What's currently burning up there?
Gregory is saying adjust to 5 on the 2025. No, that's the Hollywood Hills font. So it's perfectly aligned, but it's each of them is supposed to be slightly off, like the Hollywood sign.
I have quite a few fonts that when you put the numbers in, they're all jagged like that.
Yeah. So if you've already done the top layer, then you won't have to redo the top layer. It's just the bottom layer that you'll need to recut. That bottom layer, I'm gonna put the cutout for the box, and I'm also gonna make it the right fit. So Jack is saying signed up but never heard. Hang on a second, I can tell you, Jack Helm. Let's see. Got everybody here. No, Jack, you weren't one of the first 12. Sorry.
I have 2 5x7 picture frames.
See you, Sharon. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, his eye candy is up there now. I see it. Daryl says best laser for the lowest price. I mean, you can just, if you're just looking for a low price laser, they're all pretty much the same as the other. You can go on eBay and find one. You can go on Amazon and find them for $300 or $400.
I mean, you could go to Temu and pick up a $120 laser.
Yeah, you can go to.
Would I recommend it? No.
Yeah. Patrick is working on picture frames.
And they are done. I'll pull those out.
For the inline fans, do you have any issues with the fans getting really nasty? Or do you just clean them, or do you use filtering? So on my inline fan that I've got here, where the blast gate is, right before the blast gate, I used the metal grate that was on my factory fan, and I put a filter in there. So this one here in this room is about 3 years old, and it's never been dirty inside because I did that. I was one of the first 1,000 that get picked. No, John. You did not. Okay, Kenny says that he has his seat up for sale for $5,000.
That's funny.
Okay, there's Patrick. If he can ever get that camera to focus.
Block my eyes out. Come on.
There we go.
Let me keep my hand up there.
Wow, you did a nice job on those accents, Patrick.
Thank you. And here's the second one. Whoop, don't focus on me.
V, send it to the LA Hobby Guy.
You can cut the back of cut the back out, and there you go.
V, send that email to thelaHobbyGuy@gmail.com.
When you click on the link for my file or paste it in, it's just going to automatically start downloading the file. There's no web page.
He says they're very pretty, Patrick.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Patrick put a link to that file. Chuck's saying he didn't get it. It's not in the zip package. Look, if you'll download the package tomorrow, the difference will be that it'll be the same file name under the videos, but with an R after it. That'll have all the files in it and the amended file that I did tonight. The links absolutely work. Right click on the link and choose Save Link As.
I just need my Civil War sword, Paul. I need my Civil War sword.
Made better with knowledge says the pattern looks awesome, Patrick.
Thank you.
Yeah, that turned out good. I like that.
With the help of some file that Rich sent me with the corners, and I just embellished them a little bit, and there you go.
Daryl, I don't know what you mean by in your opinions. I'm guessing that you made a comment.
I think he was talking about cutting acrylic. What laser to use for cutting acrylic?
Yeah, ask a whole
CO2.
question there, Daryl. I don't know if that's what it was or not. When in doubt, try right-clicking. Yes, I right-click on everything.
Mhm.
You'll always find more options that way, especially in Lightburn. Right-clicking on things in Lightburn will bring up menus you never thought they had. Okay, so I am going to, let's see, how much time we got here?
So see, when I paste my link in, lightsource.pro/frames, and then hit enter, then it immediately brings me to download it. So it is definitely working.
Yeah, the links are definitely working. Some browsers have issues with some links. Jeannie says, new to all this and just want to say thank you for being here. I love your videos and learn so much. We appreciate that. I hope you're subscribed to all 3 channels. Hey, Jerry. Jerry's been playing at the ASA for the last week or so. They got another ASA, I think, in March. Yeah, guys, if the links aren't working, it's not because they don't work. It's because your browser's having an issue with them. Right-click on the link and choose Save Link As. That's all you need to
See you, Larry. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, Larry.
See, there's the ISA show in April in Vegas.
Yeah, and there's another ASA show in March.
Another one?
Mm-hmm. That's the newsletter I get said that.
Thanks, Robert.
Thank you, Robert.
Drake, what did we miss?
Well, thank you very much. Unsafe.
I don't know why it would say it's not safe.
You must have your security settings set pretty strict.
Yeah, well, we all have SSL, so
yeah,
shouldn't say that.
Yep. I wouldn't think.
APA. Yeah, that's what I meant to say, Jerry. APA. Okay, so we'll let Patrick go with this one.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a lot of money. None of them.
Yeah. And I don't know what thickness of acrylic you're planning on cutting, but a galvo is not the ideal laser for cutting because the beam comes out straight from the top. And if you're cutting, it's going to cut at an angle because just the way that beam is angled out to hit the outer edges of what you're cutting.
Yeah.
So it's always going to cut at an angle. unless you're cutting something small and it's fairly straight direct underneath the lens. And I've cut half-inch acrylic with my 30-watt, and it does leave it at an angle, and it takes a lot of passes, and it's a real pain in the butt. If you're going to be cutting a lot of acrylic, a gantry, CO2 gantry is the best way to go.
Yeah, that's just get a CO2, regular CO2 gantry. I mean, that does really beautiful work on acrylic. In fact,
Okay, I just looked up Drake in the comments, and I don't see a question other than twice he shared some money, and it ain't got no gas in it. And you missed me and my question. I don't see a question. Oh, other than what's up, gang, but there's no question mark.
My site has an SSL certificate because I need it for the store.
I'm going to go back to the other screen, Patrick, because it has bigger cameras, bigger pictures. So these are some that I did on the RM laser in the other shop next door, acrylic. And these were done at, I can't show you on this camera, but these were done at 600 millimeters per second. Really, really fast. Hang on one second. I'm going to actually move this camera over because my really expensive overhead camera there doesn't work on close-ups when that's what it's supposed to do. But anyway, I'll show you on this one. So this is really small. You can tell by my fingers. That's 600 millimeters per second. And these are all done at 600 millimeters per second. And they were engraved and cut. This one is washing out because of the light. But that one is really cool. Easter eggs. This is a see-through acrylic. Here's the Lightburn, another Lightburn logo.
Dragon in a hat.
Navy. And the rest of these are all Lightburn logos. But even things like this. So this is not acrylic. This was I forget what they call it. It's like the material that the cover for the laser is made out of. I forget the name. I'm on too many drugs to remember the name.
Yes, I did, ET. I did get it figured out. Thank you.
But all of these were done on that CO2 next door, and any CO2 is going to do it. So it's not that just that CO2. And if you're not going too thick with the acrylic, like I can get up to about 9 millimeters with this. It's got a standard 2-inch lens. You can get up to about 6 millimeters with a 1.5-inch lens. If you're doing really thick acrylic, you can get a 4-inch lens.
I cut half-inch acrylic with I think it was a 2.5-inch lens last week, and it turned out pretty good. Just ran multiple passes and lowered the nozzle each pass.
Darren, all of our sites use SSL with a certificate, so I don't know what Brave is. It says Brave blocked the download because site isn't using the secure certificate. All of our sites use SSL with legitimate certificates.
Just check back tomorrow. The updated link will be posted from Rich.
Is that a Temu diode CO2 hanging on your wall behind you? That is a Recce tube, probably the best in the industry. That was a spare tube that came with the RM laser.
It makes a good decoration. I like it.
I don't understand how a link can't be secure when it's a link to a file from Lightburn.
No, the link is secure. It's a browser issue, program issue, app issue. something like that. It looks like Jason is looking over your shoulder. Creepy. This is a 3D print that I did for a hat display, but it didn't come out right because I ran out of filament right in the middle of the job. So I have a yellow one, a half yellow and half white head, and I had to rerun these with another roll of filament. So these were done on that FL Sun printer in the corner over there that you guys can't see. But I could do really tall projects on that 3D printer lightning fast. Brave is a privacy browser. Yeah, it's not working properly. I got a Lightburn. What's Jerry saying? I got a Lightburn fiber laser cap tag there. Reminder to remove cap. Okay. See you, John. Thanks for stopping in.
Later.
Kenny is saying, then to New Orleans. Oh, okay. So he was flying into Little Rock to visit his grandfather, staying until the 29th. Want to see a real New Orleans band Friday. Oh, you'll see plenty of that. Actually, it'll probably be a slow week because it's the week after the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew is saying, for those of us on a budget and would like to improve our glass engraving, what are your thoughts on going with the UV versus CO2? Going with the UV is going to be much more expensive.
Definitely.
So if you're on a budget, you definitely don't want to be looking at a UV.
Right.
There's no real way to, to buy a UV on a budget.
Well,
if I buy a 30-ounce tumbler template on Etsy, can I make it work on a 20-ounce or 40? It doesn't matter. The template unless you're talking about a 360 wrap, it's just going to be the SVG files.
Yeah, just size it different.
And all brands are different too if you're wanting an exact template.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, Jerry.
Yeah, if it's not a full wrap, just size it.
Whenever you guys have used a window vent for your laser, did you find it necessary to open a window somewhere else to vent properly? That depends on how tight your house is sealed.
Yeah.
When I had the window vent, I was in the garage, so there's like a little crack underneath the garage door, but you have to have air in to have air out, stuff like that. I have a vent up here in the ceiling for when I'm next door and the door is closed. When I turn on my fume extraction over there, that's 1400 CFM, so I have to have a way for air to come in. But typically, with these fans, you're not going to need that at all. Ed, right-click on the link and say Save Link As.
Joe, the UV laser will work on everything.
Just about, yeah. Yeah, Drake, that file will probably work on any tumbler or even any flat material for that matter, because the file is actually flat. So, do you enjoy 3D printing? I'm looking to get my first one in a couple of weeks. If you get your first one, I would go with the Bamboo A1 Mini because it just works. And don't worry about all the videos people are putting out about how upset they are with Bamboo Labs because of the cloud service and all. You don't have to use the cloud service. This just a bunch of people make videos to complain. I don't understand why. But I'm very happy with that A1 Mini. I got this FL Sun S1 Pro. It's a big, huge monster over there. And let me see if I can show you real quick. That's it over in the corner. So there we go. That thing is about 3.5 feet tall. It's got a dryer up in the top. It'll do amazingly large pieces. So like you saw that head that I just printed, I could print something twice as big.
Yeah, Paul's got a good question. I haven't done them. I do multi-layer projects, but not stacked like a mandala. Maybe you guys can answer that one.
Well, it takes a very long time to create mandalas. So I have a few dozen of them that I've created over the years. Most of them are CDRs, and just takes a very long time to do it. So if you're really experienced at drawing, the best thing that you can do is get a draftsman's table, and put the one that you just draw under the one that you're drawing next, and then you'll see where you can draw the next layer, and just keep doing it that way. I didn't use a draftsman's table, but I used a little light table to do those back in the day. Joe says, looking for a good one and waiting for more info. Well, Haoshin or Hao10 or whatever, however the heck they pronounce it.
Hotian.
Hotian. They make a pretty good one. So, and their price is pretty reasonable. I don't think you're gonna find a better machine anywhere.
See you, Kenny.
I got the Bamboo PS1 and been very happy with it. Kind of wish I had gotten the A1 instead and saved a bit toward a Galvamatic. Yeah, all of the Bamboo Lab products are wonderful. Waiting fun until I get back. Okay, Ed.
I had an issue with my PS1, and it turns out that I had to replace the filament sensor. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to cost an arm and a leg. And I went to Bamboo's website, and the new filament sensor, it's a little part that has a little circuit board and
Yeah,
connector and everything built into it, was $11.
yeah.
Like, I'm glad they're not, trying to rake you over the coals to buy replacement parts.
Mm-hmm.
So that was nice. And there were a lot of parts available at reasonable prices. So.
Yeah. Most of their parts are pretty reasonable on the website. And then if you email them, you go back and forth with them. I had a problem on my on the bigger one that I have, the X1 Carbon, when I first got it with the hot end, and we went back and forth 2 or 3 emails, and they sent me a replacement. So, I mean, if you're under warranty, they'll probably send you replacements for free. Night Train's saying the same thing. They're pretty good to send you replacements. Yep. So, okay, that's going to be about it for tonight. I just want to remind everybody, if you've downloaded the files from tonight, come back tomorrow in the afternoon, and I will have the new package up there for you to download, where my file will be corrected and Patrick's file will be included. So last call for Q&A.
I don't know, made with better knowledge. We like talking about 3D printers too.
Yeah, I have a Bamboo A1 and a Prusa XL. He prefers the XL, less waste and 5 colors. Yeah, well, I'm not a fan of Prusa. I mean, the Bamboo just works all the time. That's okay,
yeah. Tom, there's a few spots that are kind of coming up if you want to sell online and not go to Etsy and stuff. Just Google it. There's a lady that I can't remember her name, but she works for Etsy, but she teaches people how to not use Etsy, and she's very good.
Yeah,
And she
you
has
can
a few
also
sites
go
that
over to engraveandcutfiles.com. I have lots of files on there. Those are all actually tested and they work, unlike Etsy. And you can go to lightsource.pro. Patrick's got files on his website as well. So you might want to check there first and see if you find what you're looking for.
no, he's looking to sell his own stuff.
To sell his own stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know I know a lot of people making a lot of money on Etsy. I don't know what the problem is with that. But you can start your own website. You People don't realize that eBay is still a thing. So you can sell on eBay, and lots of people make a lot of money on eBay.
Start your own website.
There are lots of places.
Yep.
Redbubble. There's so many places where you can sell your files.
Yeah,
The
you
only
start your
thing,
own website with all you need is WordPress
yeah,
and WooCommerce,
WooCommerce.
and
Yeah,
you can be selling, or Shopify if you want to
Shopify.
I wish
streamline it.
I would have went that route.
Yeah, yeah. Shopify's kind of expensive,
Yeah, it is, but
but
it
I'm talking
makes
WooCommerce.
everything really easy.
yeah, but you can set up a WordPress site for free, and you can get hosting service for $4 or $5 a month, and you install WooCommerce. There's a little learning curve in it, but my website, engraveandcutfiles.com, that is a WooCommerce website. You can see how nice it looks. It looks and works
Mine's
perfectly.
WooCommerce.
Patrick's is WooCommerce.
The only thing I pay is the hosting, the WordPress, and the WooCommerce. I haven't paid for any plugins or anything for plugins for WooCommerce.
Yeah, so this is something new. Paul saying that pirates copy your store and then make a claim against the original creator. But you can, you know, I've heard about that happening, and you can appeal that and get that other person's Etsy store taken down. Mad Brit says, just bought the ComMaker Omni 1. Do you have any thoughts on this UV engraver? Patrick has it. Don't you have that one, Patrick?
No, I don't have that one. No, I have a Hotian sitting right there behind me.
Oh, okay.
All I've seen is
I've
fanboy videos.
I've saw lots of people post where they're having problems and they're not getting the size out of it that they're supposed to be getting.
Yeah.
So overall, I'm not impressed. I don't have one, haven't used it, so I can't comment on that. But I don't want one.
It's also having an issue getting to the outer edges, engraving the outer edges.
Yep, they're not getting the full size of the lens.
Yeah, I wouldn't go with any of these, third-party sellers. And that, ComMaker is not a manufacturer; they're a reseller, and they use a lower end factory to make their products. That's why they're cheaper. So you want to find somebody who's an actual factory that's in the business. They can support the product, and look at all the reviews that you can if you're going to buy one. Paul says
YouTube crashed right after that question. That's funny.
All right, so we'll leave it at chit chat for right now. If anybody's got any more questions or any more comments they want to make. Oh, this is a question for Jeremy.
Actually, Patrick Scott, I don't use ChatGPT because I'm not paying for it, and the only way you can do what Patrick does with it is you pay for it, don't you? You're using a subscription. Yeah. So I use.
I thought you used Bing, Jeremy.
I use Bing. Yep. Which actually, the engine in Bing is the same that ChatGPT uses, and a couple of the other AI ones use. So it's the same exact engine for all the stuff, and that's actually where that came from. The little knot that I put in there.
No, I put a message up right when you lifted that up. So Show it again.
Yeah. All right. So that's Bing is where I went to get and I knew it looked weird and not very fancy, but I wanted it that way. Just as a contrast to all the super fancy ones that I have, some super fancy ones, but I didn't use it, and I think it worked on this one. So,
Dan
but
has put up a couple comments that need addressed.
What's
Did you
that?
see the first one?
No.
no. Hey,
And then he followed it up with this.
yeah. I just trimmed this all down. I don't like it getting big and fuzzy. It bothers me.
And Hotian just came out with a new version of their 5-watt UV laser. Let me pull a picture up for you.
Yeah, there's going to be a big difference in the hardware, Jerry, if he's taking them apart to look at the hardware.
Let's see. There's one picture. And hopefully I hit the right button. Nope, it's the wrong way. And there's how it looks. So that's
It's
the
amazing
new.
how they're able to put the source on the side now.
Yep. So that's the new design for the Hotian 5-watt UV, the air cooled version.
I might get one of those.
Thank you, Nipa.
Drake says, great show. I wish we could do this weekly. I wish we could do it weekly too, but unfortunately, guys have jobs, so it's not possible. We prefer to put on a quality live stream than quantity, like some other people do. So, and you know, we like nobody else. We give away files, so we have to define files, and
that's the hard part is making sure you get fresh files every 2 weeks. Every week would be really tough.
Yeah, we've got literally hundreds of files that we've given away in our live streams, and nobody else even comes close. So this is, in my opinion, the #1 laser live stream on YouTube, and I think a lot of our viewers agree.
I spend a lot of time chatting with people and answering questions and helping them troubleshoot stuff during the week.
Yeah,
it picked up tremendously in the last probably month.
Yeah, you can imagine how much time
charging y'all for it.
You can imagine how much time I spend. I'm almost at 90,000 subscribers.
Yep.
I usually spend more than half of the day responding to email, to messages, to private messages, to forum posts, stuff like that. So yeah, that's why we don't do this every week.
Daryl, I did get your email. I will look at that shortly.
Okay,
got the right address.
We'll wait another minute or so. Last call for Q&A, and then we're out of here.
I'm ready to go to sleep. It's been a long week.
I'll take a look at that Monday, V. When I go to the other shop. I'll either go there Monday or Tuesday. So I'll give you a call. I hope you put your phone number in there. If you didn't send me another email, put your phone number in. And we are, by the way, or I am, I know the guys don't know about this, but I am working on a call-in. So in the near future, you guys might be able to pick up the phone and call, and we will put you into the live stream with your question.
Cool. There you go, Patrick.
Next video. Oh man, I've got several. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do next. Do you have a request?
I've got about 30 that are just sitting on my hard drive. I haven't put together yet because I've been struggling with my back and the drugs.
Yes, I do have an affiliate link. Let's see.
Wait a minute, I have one too.
I think this week I'm going to be working on the homebrew smoke extractor. I'm going to pull that apart, make sure it's all good, so I can show everybody what's going on inside and how I made it. So
Yeah,
that's my
that would be a great video because I love mine, but mine was $1,600. So if you could teach them how to make something that's similar for a few
I
dollars,
got I
that
got
would be
about
great.
$100 into it.
Yeah, so
The title of that
$100.
sounds like it would go good in like I guess like a marijuana channel's videos. Homebrew smoke extractor.
I'm gonna have to AI something up about that one.
Yeah, there you go.
See you, Barb. Thanks for stopping by.
3D wood. Okay, I'll put that on my short list.
3D engraving on wood.
Yeah,
3D engraving in general is something that I need to start trying to figure out.
I have
4
3D
years with a
plate
fiber
is
laser.
already on my short list, but I could switch it to wood. I need to do 3D on acrylic too. I haven't did a video on that. I need to. So
I
many
just watched a
topics.
video yesterday where they were talking with the guy that does them blocks of acrylic where they do that depth 3D mapping and they put your picture in there and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was some amazing stuff.
Yeah, if you got an extra 40,000 for a 3D UV.
Yeah, they're actually 63,000 for the one that I was looking at. The guy was talking about.
Yeah, they
Wow.
started about 40 grand and they run up to a
Mhm.
few 100,000. I saw one that has Patrick. You remember when we were in Florida at the Eon factory, and they had
Yes.
that one big fiber laser that was like 10 feet long and 10 feet wide. No, it was like that. I saw a 3D UV like that. It was like $885,000, but it could do 100 of those small jobs at once. Matthew, what link did I, Patrick? What link did you just post?
Well, it's my HOTN affiliate link, and I'm not sure what's going on. Hold on. All these are pretty links, and it seems like the pretty links are the ones that aren't working, that it's giving everybody the errors. Here, I'll just give you the long link.
Oh, I hope my pretty links aren't doing that. Adam, the name of the paint that I use is, there are actually two paints that I use. Ow. They're both graffiti
So
paint.
that link should definitely work.
Let me just show you. I'll grab a couple of these.
What size? What
Let me
wattage
just.
CO2 galv are you talking about, Drake?
So these are the paints that I use. These are both brand names. This is Dang, and this one is Flame Orange, and that's not the color. That's the manufacturer. So you can see this is a green color. And these are both available. They're for doing graffiti on walls, and they're both available at bombingscience.com. Bombingscience.com. And the Dang and the Flame Orange are the only two that I use. I've tried a couple other brands that I didn't like, so they splatter and everything else. Dang is actually my favorite.
All right, I have like a 32.5-inch deep counter. I'll try not to make you dizzy. But there's a 30-watt CO2 galvo.
I'm getting dizzy.
And there's a 60-watt CO2 galvan. You can see how deep that is. It goes all the way back to the wall. It is very long. But it still fits, barely.
John says, is that a laser tube hanging behind you on the wall? Yes, 2 laser tubes up there. What's up with that, and where is a good place to... Okay, so what's the name of that website, Patrick? Is it Sunray? No. The parts.
CloudRay?
Huh?
CloudRay?
Yeah, CloudRay. CloudRay, is it cloudray.com? The ones behind me are, that's a 90-watt recce, and then behind that is a 50-watt recce. So those are both... The 90-watt actually came with that CO2 right over there in the other room. That's a spare tube. That RM Laser sends you a spare laser tube in case anything happens during the shipment, which is unbelievable.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Did you see this one?
That's a
yeah.
big.
Okay. Need the 10-watt UV. Break out your wallet for that one. 10 watts and the 15-watt UVs are very expensive.
Yeah, they run what, 12 to 18,000 somewhere in there,
Yeah.
20,000 for the big one.
Yeah, for cheaper ones.
See you, Drake.
Hello, Mexico.
Howdy.
Louis. Let me get these overhead lights off because it's washing everything out.
That actually looks better anyway.
I just turned them on so they could see the lasers.
Well, I think we're going to call that a wrap.
Yeah, hour 40 minutes. That sounds good.
So remember, tomorrow, come back to the live stream tomorrow. Look in the description. Lasermakersrealm.com will be updated. All of our YouTube channels will be updated with the new zip package. You'll have the fix for the first layer from my clock, and you'll have Patrick's file in there as well. So come back tomorrow afternoon, download the newest zip package, and you'll get all the right files. Other than that, thank you so much for joining us this week, and we'll be back in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks.
Have a good weekend, everyone.
Bye, everybody.